All right, what's going on, guys? We are back with another Dokkan battle video, and today we've got some information about some upcoming content coming to the game. Some more content for the 11th anniversary. Definitely a good thing, because this has been one of the biggest gripes I've seen from people so far is, where is the content? There's not enough hard content. There's not enough long content. There's not enough content just in general. So it looks like that alongside the EZAs for the 8th anniversary LRs, we are going to be getting a bit more content. So let's go ahead and let's jump in and let's see what they're giving us here. So a couple of new events. This is actually a really interesting thing that they're doing. I call it a thing. I don't know. Ultimate Red Zone Re in Supreme Magnificent Battle Re or RE. I don't know if it's like a remastered, a revamped, a remix, whatever you want to call it, for the RE. But basically what they are doing is they're taking some of these older red zones and they are revamping, remixing them to make them, I would assume, a little bit harder, a little more updated, because they've already gone through and they have added in all of the older red zones into one red zone, like actual challenge event. And then the same thing with the Supreme Magnificent Battles, or the blue zones here, right? They've taken everything and pretty much put them under their own umbrella of Red Zone and Supreme Magnificent Battle. They're not broken up into their separate parts. They are just stage 1 through stage whatever, running through each one of them. So this could be why they did that, because they're planning on basically revamping this event, bringing back some of these older red zones and older blue zones, and just updating them, right? That could be exactly what this is, as opposed to releasing just another GT Red Zone with more updated things, or another Supreme Magnificent Battle Universal Survival Saga with updated things. They're doing that, but in a way where they make it its own event, as opposed to just another GT Edition Red Zone. Now it's a GT Red Zone remixed. So it's, you know, it's their own little way of doing it. You can tell by the art here that they're adding in like the LR Omega. He's getting thrown in there. The banner unit Legic. You know, if you look at the older banner for the GT edition, you have Sin Shenron here. You've got just this Legic here who you don't have. Like, this is not, it's not a Legic that we get. So, you know, you've got this guy, you've got these guys, you've got this 17 back here, this older baby back here. I mean, this baby's from the LR baby who's still pretty old, but then you got like this, the Hellfighter 17 and the regular 17, the newer version, right? So they are definitely updating this stuff. As for like the guys down here, you know, they just added in the Goku and Frieza as they are the final fight, or they were the final fight for this one. They took, you know, UI Goku and Evolution Vegeta off as the head runners. They put them in there. They kind of changed up the way that like whoever's on the banners here. But I would assume that these missions or the stages might be around the same, unless they plan on adding in like maybe like Tech UI, or maybe Fizz UI, or Fizz Evolution Vegeta. You know, some of those newer characters just came out for the anniversary. We could see a lot of that stuff getting added in here. I think this is going to be a very good thing. I think this is very cool. Now, Truth had mentioned on Twitter that there was something like he couldn't quite figure out or couldn't make sense of during like the live stream. They talked about the event renewal for the Ultimate Red Zones and for the Supreme Magnificent Battles coming around the end of part 2. Well, we got the basically revamp of these events, right? The combination of them, or combining them into one umbrella pretty much during the countdown, or like the very beginning of the anniversary. So he talks about how it didn't really make a whole lot of sense why they talked about part 2, unless they were specifically just talking about the artificial life forms red zone being added in to the umbrella of red zones. But now I think we can finally figure out what he was kind of pointing at, and what he was like, this doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. There's got to be something missing. This was the missing piece. This is what they were talking about during that live stream. This is what Truth was kind of pointing at, being like, there's got to be something else here. He's right. This is it. So this is what we're going to be seeing here. I think this is a great idea. I think it's very cool, very fun. Adds more stages, adds more events, adds more missions, adds more stones. You know, and it does say here that you can complete these and get support memories as well. So that is a very good thing to have. I think these, so this one, I mean, you got a wallpaper from. This one you did also get a support memory from. So we'll see how hard these fights actually are. Are they going to be you know, super upgraded in terms of, you know, difficulty as of right now? Are they going to be still a little bit easier? Because now you go back and you fight like this stage or like this stage, and you can blow through them very fast. So it's cool to kind of get those back, but in a way that is going to be challenging again and just revamped, right? So I don't know. I don't know what the community is going to fall on with this, whether it's revamp, remix, remastered. I don't know. We'll see what everybody kind of comes up with, and we'll be calling it that. But for right now, we'll just call it a revamped Red Zone, and just kind of see what they do with it here. But I think this is a very cool idea, and I'm very much here for it. Now, on the topic of this RE, the dude, I don't like that. If you're just going to call it like remix, do that. If you're going to call it revamp, do that. The RE is just kind of like an odd thing to just put there. When you look at like the Spanish, they got Kai, dude. They're called Ultimate Red Zone Kai. That's way cooler. I think the community is going to fall on that. I think RE be damned. I think people are just going to call it Kai, like Ultimate Red Zone Kai, Supreme Innocent Battle Kai. I think that's a totally valid thing, just because, dude, they've got us beat here. 100. D Simmons has it perfect, man. Spanish cooks 100 times more. Yeah, absolutely. All right, so this is one of the events that is coming, one of the revamps that's coming. I think this is a very good idea. I think this is very cool. I'll be very excited to see this. Hopefully this is going to be a good playground for the 8th anniversary LRs, right? So we can get a little bit of longer content in there. I imagine it'll still be broken up into like separate stages, but hopefully some of these stages, especially towards the end, might be a little bit longer, where they can have a little more fun in there, a little more time to play and build up and do all that. We do still have the Players' Choice events that are supposed to be coming from the JP and Global Survey, which isn't in here. So there's got to be some other content drop probably next week during an EX part. Just saying. Could have an EX part next week. Now, I don't know whether we'll have another summonable LR or summonable TUR or a free-to-play LR or TUR. I think we're gonna get something next week, because I think the next summon, the next event is probably going to be the 6th. But I mean, we'll see what they have in store. We'll see what they want to do. But yeah, so this is coming. This is one of the events coming. Absolutely awesome idea. I love this. Looking forward to trying it out. Then we got the next stage, so stage 2 of the Greatest Tours event. This event I actually really liked. You know, it affords you the opportunity to kind of jump in, jump out, kind of however you please. You know, when you get to a certain point, you can jump out and just say you cleared the event, get the rewards, good to go. Or you can take the challenge and really push yourself all the way to the end and see if you can actually clear through it, which it does get decently challenging. I do want to run through stage 1 with a couple more teams and really kind of test them out. I think this is going to be a fun playground for a lot of people. Not great for stacking units, so like the 8th anniversary LRs aren't really going to like it here as much, because they're not going to have a lot of time to really play and build up and stack to drop that spirit bomb down. I mean, those later stages they might, but all in all, this is not like a stacker love event. Like, stackers aren't going to love this event at all. So it's kind of like Super Battle Road. You know, you have a stage, you come out of it, you go to the next one, you come out of it, you go to the next one, everything resets. But stage 2, I would presume, is going to be either A, super related, the entirety of super, or B, just Tournament of Power. I guess they could really do either or. I hope it's more so all of super as opposed to just Tournament of Power, because I feel like we get that all the freaking time. Example A, B, C, and D right here. Example RE right here. Right? We've got this right here. Universal Survival Saga, another one. So I want this stage to be a full encompassing super, Dragon Ball Super, right? Go through the different arcs, fight Beerus, fight Frieza, do somebody from Universe 6, maybe hit, and then like go into Goku Black, then go into the Tournament of Power, like fight Jiren, like do that. I think that's fine. We'll see what they want to do. And then for the Red Zone, so the actual like all-encompassing Red Zone, they are taking the Artificial Light Forms edition and they are adding it to this. And I think that's probably gonna be the last one they add in here, because I think from this point they'll probably just start pumping these guys out, right? I don't think they're gonna keep pumping out regular Red Zones. I think they're gonna move into this format. into the remix format or the Kai format, right? So we'll see what they decide to do moving forward with the red zone stuff. But again, artificial life forms will be added into this, which means that the clear will reset. So if you've already cleared it, you can jump back in, you can clear it again, collect the stones from that. They'll probably add more missions in there like they did with all the other ones. So that'll be very good. A couple extra stones, couple extra rewards from that. So far, that's all they have in here for the upcoming content. I believe everything should drop tonight because the next content drop was pretty much set to be the 26th. So we'll see everything pretty much come tonight. The EZAs for the 8th anniversary LRs, all these new events are going to be coming. The anniversary is finally going to have a lot more content and a lot more fun here right at the end. You know, I guess they wanted to end strong and kind of crawl our way there. But I mean, nevertheless, we're here. We're gonna have some extra content. We're gonna have some extra fun. So looking forward to all this stuff. And yeah, man, I think it's gonna be a fun time. A good way to end up the anniversary with some of these extra tough events, I think is gonna be really fun. And so they don't have the temp limits. Oh God, I hope they don't have the temp limits. I hate that so much. I guess we'll see. But that's gonna do it for the video today. So if you guys did stick around to the end of this video, I do appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with me. Let me know what you guys think of this Kai version of the Ultimate Red Zone and Supreme Innocent Battles. Do you think this is a good thing for the game? Are you guys excited to take these on and excited to see how they are basically revamping these and how much more difficult they'll be? I think it's going to be a lot more fun, especially fighting some more of these like more updated enemies, right? I think it's going to be a very fun, very good time. And let me know what you guys think about the other stages coming, the Greatest Tours Stage 2, and then the artificial life forms getting added into the Ultimate Red Zone. Let me know your guys' thoughts on the 8th anniversary LRs. Are you guys excited for those to drop as well? And where do you plan on using them? Festival? Hopefully these. I think it'll be very fun. I think these would be very good events for them. I hope, at least. I think it's going to be a good time. Like, subscribe, do the thing, and I'll see you guys next time.
See you.